Hey everybody, Pay Marine here with another In the Crosshairs video going over the new Kill Team article that they've released. Today we're going to be going over the APL, or the action point limit or level. I don't know. We'll look in the article. It'll say. We're going to go over that. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty much what everybody assumes. The model has so many actions it can perform, and then you have your list of actions that you can perform. And then there are certain models that have more than others, obviously based on what it is and what makes sense for that model. It sounds like there'll also be other potential abilities or rules that can modify a model's base APL. All right, so all that being said, let's jump right into this article. Like I said, pretty quick, self-explanatory. So smart activation rules make your kill team classes more tactical, clashes more tactical and reactive. All right, so we weren't joking when we said the all-new Kill Team, our version of Kill Team has been redesigned from the ground up. As we've seen in the last couple of weeks, the revamped unit stats, fresh rules for shooting, and the cut and thrust close combat system will makes for intense encounters, but there's more to discover. Today we're talking about actions. Even the way your operatives are activated is completely new, and as we're sure you'll agree, this overhaul is pretty rad. All right, so Kill Team has always been a game of alternating activations, but they were previously tied to the conventional structure of Warhammer 40,000. Even though players took turns to activate one model at a time, movement still had to happen during the movement phase, shooting in the shooting phase, and so on. The new Kill Team rules are far more flexible. Operatives now have a stat called Action Point Limit, or APL for short, and you can spend these points, AP, on any action that's available to them. Actions include dashing for cover, charging into combat, taking a shot, or using an ability that's unique to a particular combatant. Here's a choice selection of a few actions available for your operatives. So you have your normal move, it's 1 AP. So you can move up to the active operative, or the active operative up to its movement characteristics. So as we've seen with the Krieg models, it's what was it? I can't even think now. 3 white circles. So 2 inches is white circle, so 6 inches. Charge is 1 AP, move the active operative to within engagement range of an enemy. Now I'm assuming that's going to be 1 black triangle, or 1 inch is going to be considered your engagement range, but still haven't really explained this one to me. So I would think you still have to be within some far of a distance to be able to charge somebody, because if I'm on the other side of the board and I'm going to be like, oh, 1 AP, I'm going to charge that model. So now I suddenly get to move all the way across and be engagement zone or range. I doubt 100% that's not how that works. But again, like with all these articles, and you probably saw on the thumbnail, I have a giant iceberg. They're just giving us the top of the iceberg. They're just giving us the tip. They're not giving us everything else below. So as it comes out more, I'm sure we'll get more info. But again, we really won't get the full meal until the rules come out and the actual box set is released. So shoot, you get 1 AP, make shooting attack with one of your active operatives ranged weapons. Now I'm sure there could be a rule there too, where you can shoot more than one potentially. I do know they talk a little bit here later about Space Marines, because they also say like there's also, for the most part, you can't do these actions more than once, but there's potential that you may be able to, again, based on rules and the way different things may work in the future. So fight in combat with an active operative against an enemy. So this is another one that's interesting. So does this mean if you charge, you're not just automatically fighting? You have to spend another action point to fight. So that could be another whole other thing too, because there could be something that says when you charge, the model can only charge up to its max movement. So you could see that. So essentially, hopefully, you would think the person would be close enough to then charge and not have to like move and then charge. Because you have to move and then charge. You may be able to lock up, an enemy's unit for a turn. Or as we see here, you can fall back for 2 AP. They could fall back, but then for the most part, they may have used their 2. Yeah, so I guess there's already a little bit right there, because I'm pretty sure that it means you have to charge and you have to fight. You have to spend both if you're gonna fight in combat. And then unique action, and it varies. Take an action listed on the objectives data card. So these could be whatever and will cost whatever they say. So most actions cost 1 AP, including moving, charging, shooting, fighting, while falling back costs 2. It takes a lot of concentration to disengage. All right. But here's the clever bit. Most baseline humans and Xenos have 2 AP, which I'm not sure why this is clever. When I read this the first time, I was like, I guess that's clever. It just seems logical. But anyway, allowing them to move, shoot a single activation, for instance, or charge and fight. Okay, so that right there to me says that if you want to fight, you have to have the action. Like, you can't charge and just automatically think you're going to start fighting. You have to have the action point to fight as well. Though you can't typically repeat an action. However, Astartes, Chaos Space Marines, and opposing transhuman Paragons of War get a princely 3 AP per activation. So that's cool. They get 1 more, but which is a neat way to determine their effortless superiority. Custodians, though, get 4. Now that already seemed pretty OP. So moving down, let's see, with a multitude of options available during each activation, battles in the new edition of Kill Team are more reactive as opponents battle to get more out of every operative. The choice to make or break a turn can turn out to be risky when the enemy can draw a bead on your precious scout on the next activation. It's safe to say that we're absolutely buzzing with the new system. Join us again tomorrow when we look at how you put your kill team together and how rosters are balanced. So that'll be really interesting tomorrow to take a look at how you make your kill team. But yeah, this will be really interesting with that. But the other thing they kind of mentioned was like dodging for cover. They don't mention it here. Like, how is that going to work? So if somebody shoots at you, like, will you be able to be like, oh, I'm going to spend one of their action points, he's going to dive behind cover, or how exactly that's going to work? I would really like to know all that. Yeah. So all right. Well, like I said, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, I think it's good. One thing they haven't mentioned, and I would be completely okay if it's gone, are command points and stratagems and all that. They haven't even brought those up, and those are, I guess you could say, from the 40K realm, and they've said that they've broken away from 40K. That's just one thing I'm just not even a fan of in 40K. I usually I don't really ever use any of the stratagems hardly, except like that reroll thing is like the only one I ever really remember to use. So it'd be nice if those don't seep their way in, and either now or in the future. So yeah, so I guess that'll be it for this one. Short, sweet, simple. Yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like this, dislike it? I mean, it's pretty straightforward, I think. Definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the rest of the videos I got on the channel, and then also please check out the Instagram and Facebook in the links in the description below. And until next time.